Hey, Ronnie Jr.
She is the host of a Quibi series. If you can, hello, first of all.
Hello, hi.
And secondly, tell me all about what Quibi is, the big appeal, and then beyond that, your Entertainment Weekly show that's on Quibi.
Okay, well, let's start with Quibi first. It's a brand new app. Quibi stands for Quick Bites. And the whole premise behind this app is that you're getting this amazing network quality entertainment, but you're getting it in under 10 minutes or less. So every single show, including my show, including scripted shows that are movie quality, television quality, including your news and everything, is literally under 10 minutes. And the whole premise behind this was we're moving all the time, we're commuting, we're standing in line, we're on the go people. We have these slices of time to fill with content where you don't want to start like a 30-minute show, right? You have a 10-minute commute. You don't have a 30-minute commute. And the idea is to take all of this content with you. That was the idea until like quarantine happened and everything.
Yeah, that's very different. Quibi came at an interesting time. I think everyone was interested in how it was going to do. On the basis of the talent that's on Quibi, I like some of the talent. Like I think J-Lo even has a show she's affiliated with on Quibi.
And by the way, I watched J-Lo's episode. It's called Thanks a Million. A little side note for all you nerds out there. The production company that does my show, Last Night's Late Night, also produced J-Lo's show as well. Bawled my eyes out watching that show. It's so good. It's so uplifting and so just a giving show. Oh my gosh, I love it.
We'll get into like you and television hosting, where that came from, as far as, was that your education? Was this your little dream as a child? I don't know. We'll talk about that in a moment. But first, tell me what Last Night Late Night is, which, by the way, the premise is amazing. But then when you add the premise, but then it's a Entertainment Weekly show. So now you have great premise and great credibility and great host. Like, come on.
I mean, I kind of feel like I hit the jackpot, I'm not going to lie, because my whole career has been entertainment news focused. But we're really honing in on the late night television shows. And I don't think I even realized how many there were until I saw it in print. There is more than 20 late night television shows. And like, who has the time?
Right.
Who has the time to go through every single show, But we do all that for you. So every night we watch all of the shows that are airing on any particular day, and we pick out those best gem moments, the stuff that's going to make you just die laughing, the stuff that's really going to pull at your heartstrings. We pull that stuff out and we present it to you in 10 minutes or less. So we have the best of Bill Maher, the best of Jimmy Fallon, and you get to see the funniest stuff.
It sounds like, when you remember, I think Jimmy Fallon used to do this bit where, it was sort of a lip sync, and then that kind of turned into the show that LL Cool J and Chrissy Teigen hosted, sort of like a morph. It feels like, your show is going to be on the cutting, soon as that stuff happens, you're going to give it to your audience, which is really cool.
Exactly. And, we stay up late. My hours start at like 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. going till almost like midnight. And the rest of my team, my gosh, they go till 2, 3 in the morning sometimes. But we are ready for you when you wake up, let's say 6 o'clock in the morning. Actually, our show was airing, I think, 5 o'clock yesterday. I was like wide awake watching it at 5 o'clock in the morning, but like it's there for you the second you wake up. So when you're brushing your teeth, that's what I've done with my Quibi. Like when I'm putting on my makeup, I grab my phone, I pull up my Quibi app, and I just watch something really quick, because I only have these slices of time, and it's perfect because we're giving that to you. We're giving you the little bites,
Well, and that's the funny thing. Someone like me, I love late night TV, but I'll find that like, who's somebody I like that I don't watch, but I just, day goes by. I've seen
time. You don't.
I've seen Jimmy Kimmel live, even in the green room, watching some of the musical performances or whatever, hundreds of times as a person. But yet when I go to my television as a human, and the night goes by between text messages, emails, a podcast, I always forget Jimmy Kimmel. Like I kind of think about that, and that's no discredit. So your show is kind of like the hodgepodge of all that. I didn't realize you guys would do stuff like Bill Maher too, because that gets a little bit more raw at times as well.
Oh, so. Definitely. I mean, we do them all. We do John Oliver, Samantha Bee, Lily Singh, the Patriot Act with Hassan Minhaj. And
he's great. Yeah. Netflix.
So good. And it's funny. One of the reasons why I actually really, really wanted to do this show, especially with Entertainment Weekly, is because there is kind of a shift in what the traditional format of late night is. Because you do have the Jimmy Fallons, and you do have James Corden, and you have Jimmy Kimmel, and you have The Late Show, and you have all these formats that are just such a huge historic institution in our American pop culture of television. But then you have these other ones like Bill Maher and John Oliver and the Patriot Act, who are just kind of breaking that mold. And I think it is fascinating. It is so fascinating to me that John Oliver has swept the Emmys the last, I think, 3 or 4 years on this completely different and serious format. You know, I learned a lot of like hardcore news from a comedy show, and really, hey, the fact that they broke the mold of what a late night show could be, I think, is fascinating.
Do you that's a huge nod. Like I like that it's not just all the funny, goofy stuff. It's not like just Jimmy Fallon doing goofy Justin Timberlake things. It's a little bit of everything. Do you know how the show got incepted, and where did you fall in the line of that as far as being hosted, being the person asked to host the show?
So I'll start with my story because I came in at the very last second. I was the very last person to audition, and word on the street was, I mean, Quibi cast a very wide net, and not just my show, 50 original shows. And I believe their plan was, I don't know if things have changed because of, you know, the pandemic and everything, but by the end of the year to have 175 original programs. So they cast a very wide net, and I was actually the very last person to audition. And I guess someone liked what they saw.
Do you know what they were looking for? Like, because I wonder if you were like this breath of fresh air, or was that with other people auditioning? Do you have any idea of what their goal was? Because you are the perfect fit, but like I'm wondering what they were looking for. You know,
I couldn't tell you. You know, as a host, you're not privy to all of that stuff. Like I said, like I actually have no idea, like, you know, how it all started or anything like that, because I came in very last second. We shot the pilot in January. So, and now we launched just the beginning of April. So, I mean, people had been working on this for months prior. But yeah, I think for me, the fact that Entertainment Weekly is a part of this, and the fact that my career has been a lot of entertainment news, and also I dabbled in like political side of entertainment news as well. Which of course, the late night shows, they're very historic in being political. Even the goofy, funny ones. I mean, we've had some monumental like political moments in late night TV. That is indisputable, you know? So the fact that I kind of dabbled in both of those worlds, I think really played into that. And, you know, it's just, like I said, my expertise, I've been doing entertainment reporting for like 12 years now. I don't want to say that because it ages me, but you know, EW is a huge player in the entertainment industry. I am such a nerd when it comes to content. I'm a nerd when it comes to, like I said, like the political side of all of this, and how late shows have played into that over, you know, I mean, decades of stuff, of content. I love numbers. I like to see movies. I like to see diverse casting. I like to see women representation. And that's the kind of stuff that EW really, you know, pays attention to and focuses on, instead of the gossip side of it. So honestly, I couldn't be happier.